Hi, my name is Tim Hilton, and I write MakeMoneyOnTheInternet.net. And I know you're here today to look for information on how to get rich, how to make money. So let's get to it. First of all, I'm not wealthy. I'm not a millionaire. I do earn a solid income online. And I've read and I've studied a lot on making money. So first, I want to go over some principles, and then I want to get into some specific tips on making money online. Okay, first, principles. The first thing you need to know is you don't need to have a lot of money to make money. It helps, but it's not necessary. People start from scratch all the time, so you can too. The second thing you need to know is that your time is valuable. Your time is so precious. So if you're relaxing or being entertained, have that time for that, but at the same time, don't you don't want to spend your time just idling away. Rich people value their time as their number one resource. It's not money, it's time. So make sure you value your time and use it wisely to increase your wealth. Secondly, you don't have to. The hard work is a myth. You don't necessarily have to work hard to make a lot of money. Because think about it. If hard work was the truth, then everyone, coal miners would be billionaires. The grocery workers, and just a bunch of jobs that require a lot of hard work and dedication. That doesn't necessarily pay off. Now, I'm not saying you don't need to work to get money, and I'm not saying you don't need to, put in the time, but making money is more about innovation, replication, duplication, and finding better ways to do things than it is about pouring in 18 hours a day. Now you might pour in 18 hours to build up some foundation, but making money isn't about just working hard, working hard, working hard. Because if that was the case, then everybody that was 50 and worked hard would be millionaires. Whereas someone like the creator of Facebook, I mean, he worked hard. Keep in mind, he worked hard, but at the same time, he's only like 22 and he's a billionaire. So you've got to keep him in perspective. You don't have to put in all this time to make money, and that's a lot. That trips up a lot of people. A third thing is money is not evil, and a lot of people push money away as if it's some bad thing or they shy away from it. Don't ever shy away from money. Money is a good thing. You want money. You want to have money to spend money, and whenever you get that money, it's what you do with it. If you're using it for mal purposes, or if you're organizing crime units or something, then that's a bad use of money. But if you have money, you can do good with it too. So don't ever think of money as a bad thing, because that'll just push it away from you subconsciously. um, and another thing is, be a good receiver of money. If money's coming to you, don't push it away. And you might be surprised how often that you actually push money away from you. Don't do that. If someone offers you money or wants to pay for your services or is paying you for your time, accept that money gladly and thank them for it. But don't be afraid or bashful when it comes to money. You need to be a money magnet. So don't try to push away money. Be receptive of it. So, with those few principles in mind, one more principle for right now is you need to take action. If you want money, don't sit there and do the same thing that has gotten you with no money. Take action and do something towards making you money. Now, it might be wrong. You might not get it right the first time. You might not get it right the first 27 times. But if you keep trying, you keep getting smarter, you keep innovating, maybe you stumble upon something through your efforts, you will make money. And in the beginning, it takes a lot more effort to make that money, but once it gets rolling, it gets rolling. So, keep pushing hard, keep persevering, and don't let anybody slow you down. If you have a goal and you're in an environment that lets you reach those goals, and I'm talking about how much freedom you have and stuff like that. But if you have the capabilities, which almost everyone watching this video will, then you can make money. Okay, so go towards it, go right towards it, and don't shy away from it. Okay, now on to making money online. Um, I would recommend you build a blog and become the authority on a particular subject. And this can be anything. Don't I wouldn't get into the money making. As much passion as you may have for making money, I wouldn't get into the money making niche. Um, Pick out something that you're really talented at or that you have a special knowledge of. For example, it could be tiling. It could be, anything. Marketing pet shops. It could be, which type of bleaches are the best, and just there's so many people searching the internet for so many different things. If you become the king of one thing that gets, a decent amount of traffic, you can make a decent amount of money. And that is so true. I've read a story about a guy who he became I think it was the um, coat hanger king or the clothes hanger king. The guy was just selling hangers online, and you don't even necessarily need to sell stuff. And as a beginner, I wouldn't recommend that you even start selling stuff. I would just recommend you advertise for stuff, and then once you start making enough money advertising for something, that's a sure sign that you can make a lot of money selling something, and that's when you can get more advanced. But don't let that limit you. If you want to sell something right away online, go research it and get started. But just the main thing is to get started, get trying. And when you're first starting out, be weary of spending a lot of money up front because you don't really need to. Um, Spend, I would, there's certain things that will help you along the way. And that's one of the things, make money on the internet.net. I've got a list of the things I personally use that have helped me. So, these things are, some of them are a little more advanced than others, but, there's free things and there's things I paid for. And it's the truth, really. It's just what I've used, what works. But this list also is not exclusive of everything. Of course, there's a lot more stuff, and I'm going to be adding some more stuff. But the point is, when you get started, don't let a lot of tools and stuff slow you down. A blog is very easy to make, and you can, I'll provide a link to that on the site. Very easy to make, and you can have one in 30 minutes, maybe less if you can figure it out fast enough. So, it's right at your fingertips. A blog is, and a blog is very, very powerful. In a few months, you could be having, a lot of traffic. Just focus on one thing, and that's the best advice I can give you. Um, as someone that has done it myself, focus on one thing, and the less competition. If you've searched the internet and you haven't really found a lot of stuff on a certain thing, and maybe you can provide that information, that would be great. But focus on one thing. It doesn't have to be anything spectacular, and it can be a very small subtopic of a niche. I mean, for example, if I was writing about, blogging about laundry baskets, and I chose, laundry baskets that are good for, storing or moving clothes or whatever. Just to give you an idea, it's people search for stuff that you don't even think of, and you just build a niche around it, become that expert, become the authority on it, and you can make a lot of money on the internet, and it's only going to grow because more and more people search the internet every day. um, so definitely my advice to you, if you want to make money online, start a blog, become an authority on a subject. Now don't try to become, this is my recommendation to you. I don't like to tell people what to do. I want everybody to have their own choices, and do whatever they want. But the thing is, I'm just telling you practically wise, if you choose to become the authority on, for example, web hosting, that's the wrong tree to bark up because there's a lot of authorities on web hosting. And it's just a matter of making it easier on you. If you pick something that there isn't that much, say there's only like, 20 or so sites that focus on whatever it is that you're focusing on, that's a good thing to get into because that's something that if people are doing the searches and making the rounds, they can start honing in on your site and saying, oh, okay, this guy looks like he really knows what he's talking about. This is the expert. You will make money. Once you start getting traffic on the internet, you make money. So these are my tips, both principles and specific tips for making money online. You can read more about me at makemoneyontheinternet.net. Thanks for listening.